All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Spirit. We want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right, we out here another week to teach the downfall of America, the destruction of this society. All right, also known in the scriptures as America, Babylon the Great. Okay? We out here to let you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that you are the children of Israel according to the scriptures. All right, Judah all the way down to Issachar. Okay, and if you don't repent, all right, and you are Israel,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, by any chance you guys have a lighter?
No, I have a lighter.
Oh my
Stop
God.
that. What the fuck
Dude,
are
I
you
fucking
doing?
stay in the
I don't
hoodie.
know, maybe one
Holy
of you have a
Can I
lighter.
join in on this?
no.
Oh. Well, I thought it was gonna be a blessing.
But we are here to let you Negroes, Latinos, and Native. Well, that's missile food right
We
there.
all need a blessing.
We are here to let you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that you are the children of Israel according to the Bible. All right, and if you got something, you can start. Well, I had something, but you can get whatever you have. And as you can see, before camp started, you know, missile food arrived. You know, go ahead.
It's a perfect scripture for that. Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets.
And as you can see, the average American, like those were average Americans right there, man. All right, they have absolutely no clue about what's to hit the city of confusion. They don't know what's about to hit this place. All right, they too busy getting drunk. Hey, like it says in the scriptures, as in the days of Noah, eating, drinking, and giving in marriage. All right. So not only is the city broken down, but the people, the mindset, the mindset of the people is completely lost, man. Go ahead.
There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Now I'm sorry, I gotta talk about it. You come up here, that's why that girl said, why would you ask them for a lighter? Because through the Spirit, she knew that we not men that fucking smoke. She knew that. All right? But him being in his ignorance, and you could tell he was a proud little fucking little devil, you know, he's in his pride. But guess what? People that's in that mindset, they're gonna fall. Okay? And may Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai destroy all them little fucking devils, man.
That's right.
That's how I feel about it.
That's right. You know, that takes a lot of nerve to just come up to random people and start talking shit like that, man. A lot of fucking nerve. A proud ass devil. Well, hey, the scriptures say that what the lofty looks of man shall be humbled in that day.
Yep.
There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
A lot of these people are pretending because they don't want to fall in that sorrowful spirit, so they got to pretend that everything is okay. We talk amongst ourselves all the time how dead this shit is, how it's nothing to do.
It's whack.
It's whack as hell.
We just had 2 trains go by and there wasn't nobody on them.
Empty.
Nobody.
So the average person that lives in this society, they have to pretend that everything is okay because they don't want to face the reality. But the prophets are here to give you reality.
That's right.
The mirth of the land is gone, as the scriptures have said. All right? There's nothing left, man. The Lord is getting ready to fucking destroy this place. And our message is, we're not here to make you comfortable. A lot of people, but it's the way you come off. Fuck you emotional ass people, man. We out here to deliver the message of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. If you don't like it, then fuck your feelings, man.
Yeah.
We don't care about how you feel.
Are you going to say that to the Most High? We don't like the way that you come off when he's sending missiles in there.
Right.
You know, when you go to the stores and there's no fucking groceries.
Hey, if I can add, during the wilderness, when Yahweh spoke to Israel, you know, Israel after they heard Yahweh, they didn't want to hear Yahweh anymore because it was so terrifying.
Yeah.
You know, they said, Moses, we'd rather listen to you. You know.
Go ahead. New precepts. Just keep them lined up.
In the city is left desolation, and this is all desolation right here, man.
Yep.
It's not destructive desolation, but it's still desolation.
Yeah, they building up a lot of new things downtown, but they're not, because in their minds they think they looking towards the future. You got over 100 million Americans that's now got the vaccine. People went from not wanting to take it, now they just fucking, here's my arm, here you go, stick me.
Give me the thing.
Because they want to travel, because they want to so-called get back to normal. But it's never going to be a normal, man. All right, it only took a year. In a year's time, it took to control. You got people driving down the street with a goddamn blue mask on their face in their own car by themselves. You got people walking down the street in so-called fresh air with a mask on, because you've been conditioned to be a fucking zombie, man. So Esau's doing a great job on you people, but guess what? It won't work with the elect, and that's why he's trying to steal our message and demonize us. Because we're here to ruin this party. Go ahead.
And the gate is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree. Right, the Most High is going to thin out the herd, man. Mm-hmm. And as the gleaning grapes, when the vintage is done, they shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of the Lord. They shall cry aloud from the sea. Wherefore glorify ye the Lord in the fires, even the name of the Lord, the power of Israel in the isles of the sea. All right.
And basically what we are is we're that righteous gazing stock that's throughout the earth. Because you got men of the Lord set up upon the four corners of the earth teaching this message. That America, Babylon the Great, in different parts of the earth, brothers' various captivities are going to be destroyed. And there's going to be a new rulership. Got something? Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 36. But of that day and hour knows no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Mm-hmm. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also come the coming of the Son of Man be.
Now that little scene right there that happened before we was before we really opened up, or right after we opened up, I can actually see, Noah got his sons out there, they building, and you could really see people coming by there like just being demons, probably scoffing at him or asking dumbass questions.
The first thing she said when she walked up was, when she turned the corner,
what is this?
What is this? And that's what they said when they see Noah building the
ark.
They probably was going to party and they going to the bar and was like, yo, what is this? Why is this big ass boat getting built?
Yeah. Hey, that's the spirit, because Noah was building an ark day and night. So maybe it was nighttime where they might have been coming from a little, gathering or whatever, and they might have been saucy and like Noah, like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, what is this? Hey, like Apostle Gabar likes to say, you gotta envision stuff like that, because that could have been happening.
He was prophesying for 100 years, so they was.
Based on what it says, 120.
120.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yep.
They was traveling from afar they heard the news, was traveling afar just to come and see what was going on.
Yep.
They brought wine, they didn't brought their families.
Yep. So that's the spirit, go ahead.
It say, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving it to marriage.
Well, hey, those people, they look like they were just coming
That's
from.
what it looked like, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why it says that, marrying and giving in marriage, because through the spirit, they was looking towards the future. When people get married, what are they looking at? Yep. 25 years ahead, 30 years ahead. I want to be with you for the rest of my life.
They're looking to buy a house together. They're looking to have a family, start a family, have the kids grow and go to college.
Towards the future. They're looking towards the future. But go ahead.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall be also the coming of the Son of Man be.
And what makes me a quick little thing that just came to my mind was, I'm pretty sure brothers that's listening may remember. I know we remember when that situation happened in Hawaii, and that brother down there, his feed, I believe he was going live or something, or people was trying to listen to him. His numbers went through the roof because of something serious happened.
Yep.
But any other average day, he would just have the regular brothers just watching him.
And then you watch his live stream, man. You seen them comments. Oh man, them people were like, "Wait, what are you doing? You should go spend your last moments with your family. Go be with your family." These people freaking out on him, man.
Yep.
Now, speaking of Hawaii, you can't go to Hawaii or leave Hawaii unless you got that thing. And because they Hawaii mandated it. So you can't go to Hawaii or leave Hawaii unless you got that thing.
Yeah, and a lot of our people, a lot of Jakes, they want to travel everywhere and go places and do this and that. And that's why a lot of them are volunteering to get that thing, man. Because they want to travel and do shit. They not in the spirit of I need to repent. They want to go to fucking another country and eat some crab legs.
Yeah.
Eat some shrimp and post the shit on Facebook. Look at me. You know?
What is it, calamari? They want to eat some squid.
They want to eat fucking mussels and goddamn all types of abominable foods, man.
Yeah, I think if you give out another stimulus, more people would take the vaccine.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do is keep giving money.
And they said they might give out another one in the fall.
Yeah, they said they're gonna give out another one, but
there might be some restrictions to this one.
It's gonna be inflation. Yeah. It's gonna be inflation by then, and you're gonna have to give all of that stimulus back. Right back to the system, because now you're gonna spend more money on food and necessities, more money on gas, or money on oil.
Yeah, gas prices is going up. Gas is almost $3 a gallon.
Yo, I was just talking to somebody last night. Yo, from last year, some people it take twice as much to fill their gas tank just from a year ago.
Yep.
And the purchasing power, yeah, that's what happens. The purchasing power of the dollar goes down with the more money that's printed, man. They're saying that you go to Home Depot, you could barely even buy lumber. It's so expensive.
Yo, Zion, we were just talking about chicken wings. We were just talking about the prices of chicken wings. Something as simple as that. Chicken wing prices went up.
And it's only going to get worse because they're giving out all this free money and nobody wants to work. So all these supply chains are fucked because they can't get workers, man.
And this is basically to sum it up, all right? What we're saying is nothing good is coming down the pipe, man. You average people in this society, like I said, you like to pretend and you faking it. You faking it, man. You can see that this shit is over, man. You can see it. You know? That's why we said our message is not here to make you feel good. I mean, Salakia, our message is not to make you feel. We don't have a feel good message. Because if somebody was standing right here, a Christian, he would say, well, what about love?
I got a precept too.
You know, love is keeping the commandments of the Most High. Go ahead.
When you
got it.
No,
go ahead.
When you go into and to prove what the brother was saying, when you go into the book of Exodus, the 20th chapter, which I'm gonna read, it speaks of how the Lord he doesn't like speak what you want to hear. He tells you how it is. You know, this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 19. And they said unto Moses, speak thou unto us, and we will hear, but let the Most High speak with us. Let Slakia. Let me read over. Verse 19. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not the Most High speak with us, lest we die.
Yeah, because that's how fearful the Lord is. That's why he had to use Moses, because our people was asking to speak to the Most High. But if they was to go directly to the Most High, they would instantly melt. You know, because they can't take on that presence. Moses was designed to the Most High put a certain aura around him so he can, you know, receive those laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, but the Most High is a powerful being, man. Powerful spirit.
And our people want us to prophesy unto them smooth things. They want us to give them
well, get that.
Isaiah 30 and
yeah, give me that. Prophesied deceits. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse start at 1.
Yeah.
I got more. Hey,
what?
We already here. Yeah.
But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be also false teachers among you.
Yeah, so you got to watch the doctrine. Go ahead.
Who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring it upon themselves swift destruction.
Yep, and we see that all the time, man. There's always a hot topic of the week about a certain Jake that's doing some crazy shit in the truth, man. Not taking the scriptures say, how's it go? It'll come back to me. Being assured, basically, you know, you gotta know who you learn from.
Oh yeah, you're supposed
You
to
know?
teach the things that you was learned.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, our elders and their elders never taught to stand there with a pose and a gun with fucking bullets wrapped around you, man.
Right.
I know I sent that in the group chat a couple days
Or
ago.
no daggers, staffs.
It say, and many shall follow their promiscuous ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be spoken evil of.
All right. Like, why are you uniting Israel in Christ, in the name of Christ?
Right. That's a bad example. We have to call on the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, because many examples are given that when you call on that name, you could be delivered from a situation.
Just like I was walking down the street and this Muslim dude hopped out and he was telling me that he got busted in the head for cause I'm a Muslim and all this. I said, but you calling on the wrong name.
Yep. Big time.
So that could
Big
that
time.
could have been the Lord that had that happen to you.
Yeah.
Which it was.
It say verse 3, and through covetousness shall they with faint words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. For if Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness
Yeah, that's
to
not-
be
that's
reserved into judgment.
That's not talking about an underworld where you're gonna see Hellboy. All right. That's not what that's talking about, because a Christian will break it down to you that way.
Yeah.
You know, this earth is technically hell. You know, what's that saying? A white man's heaven is a black man's hell. You know, that's true.
And hey, in
You know?
in the time of Jacob's trouble, it's really gonna be hell, because hell is those words are states of condition.
Condition.
It's
That's right.
It's really hell the whole time, because when you read Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, it tell you that I seen the place of judgment under the sun, and that's what happened to us here. It's judgment.
Yep.
All these things that's happening is judgment, and it's hell.
And that's another reason why there's the Most High has so many people on the earth at this time. I think it's is it 7 billion?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Close to 8.
A lot of people are coming back to receive their judgment. And even with 7 billion people on the earth, which shows you that the earth can hold a lot of people, because Esau will say it's overpopulated, it's really not. With all these people on the earth, there's plenty of room for people to so-called live. You know?
And the elders also mentioned that this is the generation where all the people that was around the time of Yahweh Shai, they all back today.
That's beautiful.
All of those people that was around Yahweh Shai that was living in that time is back today, right now.
Yeah, Revelation 1:7, it says, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, even those which pierced him.
Yep. That's right. Those
So they're gonna see him coming in the chariots.
Those that pierced them, those wicked scribes and Pharisees, those wicked seers, those people that was talking shit, all of those people is back today. The believers, everyone's back today.
The ones that said, let his blood be upon us and our children, for we have no king but Caesar.
They back
They're all
today.
back. That's all the Michaela Bryants
Yep, go ahead.
and the George Floyds.
It say, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah and 8 people, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Yeah, so the elect was 8 then. 8 souls. All right? Read that part again.
It say, verse 5, 2 Peter 2:5, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah and 8 people. A preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
So did the Lord have the spirit of love in the air when he saved 8 people? Did he have the spirit of love? No, he had the spirit of death. He sent the flood and he killed everybody, man. Except 8 people, and it says a preacher of righteousness. And Noah's family was saved through him. And Noah's sons' wives were saved through his, those men. Noah's wife was saved through him. So a lot of our families, whoever the Lord chooses, we can't say, well, Lord, I want you to save my mom. I want you to save my Uncle Jimmy because he bought me a PS5. And then I want you to save Lil Ray Ray.
Hey, get that.
We can't do that.
Right.
The Lord might save your cousin that you don't like.
Yeah.
He might kill your mom.
It tell you that in Ezekiel, the 15th chapter.
Can I bring something out right quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 8 verse 1. And he answered me saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Right, the world to come for few. All right, and that's because look, every nation ain't gonna enjoy our kingdom. All right, the nations are gonna be subject to us in our kingdom. Okay. And I always say this for the other nations. All right, it's gonna be better for you in the kingdom than it is for you right now. Because we're not going to put all those unrighteous decrees on you like Esau. We're going to operate off the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But going back to what I was saying, the Lord, whoever the Lord chooses to save out of your family is who he wants to save. All right? He said, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. So the Lord could kill one of your closest family members that you like and save somebody that you're not as close to. It's all about what he wants to do. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 14:14. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Lord.
You can speak on it too.
If I cause noisome beasts to pass through the land, and they spoil it, so that it be desolate.
And that's what's you can look at the noisome beast that's passing through the land is the thing or the pestilence or however the Lord gonna bring the judgment. Go ahead.
It's literally gonna be beasts coming too.
Go ahead.
That no man may pass through because of the beasts. Though these three men were
and the
in
beast
it.
could be the army. Go ahead.
As I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters, they only shall be delivered, but the land shall be desolate. Or if I bring a sword upon that land, which, the sword means what? Slaughter. And say, sword, or slaughter, go through the land, so that I cut off man and beast from it. Though these three men were in it, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters, but they only shall be delivered themselves. Let's go by it.
Worse than in New York City.
Though these three men were in it, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters, but they only shall be delivered themselves. Or if I send a pestilence into that land,
That's the coronavirus.
and pour out my fury upon it in blood, to cut off from it man and beast. Now we know that the severity of the virus is overblown, but I've seen people that survive and they look like they were fighting cancer.
Yeah, but the CV-19 was a pestilence sent from the Most High.
Yeah.
That shit crippled nations, shut down societies. That shit killed people. Some people were starving. People lost jobs, businesses shut down. So that was when you look at the business aspect of it, that was a big hit.
Yeah, supply chain disruption.
It changed everything on the whole earth.
Yep. It was a global pestilence.
I seen this one video on TikTok. This dude was like, an athlete or whatever, and he ended up getting it, and he looked like he lost like 20 pounds of muscle, man.
It'll go down as one of the worst things in global history, because it's still going on technically.
I was watching something about sports or whatever, and they had this one hockey player who got it at the beginning of the season, and he said he still ain't right. His lungs still ain't the same.
And a lot of people that's getting the thing, that's going to affect you. It may not affect you now, but it's affecting a lot of people instantly. But some of you people that say, well, I'm good,
it's called slow.
you're going to be
kill.
on
Look
one
it
of them
up.
goddamn commercials a year or two from now.
Not 6 months from now.
It's called slow kill. All right.
And hey, I know a
Get
lot
up.
of people mothers is getting that, including mine. Shit. We know a lot of those people that didn't got that thing. So we go see how they look in 6 months.
Go ahead.
Verse 20, Ezekiel 14 and 20. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness.
And that's the point. The people who get delivered is going to get delivered by their righteousness.
By their righteousness. Just
Right.
also a lot.
Paul wrote about the
Hey,
righteousness of faith.
Yeah, right here, verse 5, it say he was a preacher of righteousness.
Preacher of
Noah.
righteousness. And that's what we trying to go down as. We're actually making effort to go down as a righteous men. We're giving effort to do so. We want our stories to be, we want people to read about us. Because this story is going to be written. Babylon the Great, it's all going to be written. So we're giving effort to be a part of the righteous seed. We don't
Have your name written in
we
the
don't
book.
want to be wicked. Like we
right,
tell
right,
Lord, no, we don't want to be wicked.
Right.
We don't. That's not what we want. We know the punishment of the wicked. We're not trying to fucking get mowed down by a martial law troop and you get stuck in the concentration camp and get chipped. We ain't trying to. Nah, we want to get delivered from that. Now it is written that some brothers are gonna go through tribulation. You know, but on the whole, we want to be of the righteous seed.
We want to live for Yahweh Shem Yahushai or die for Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
right.
Those is the only options. Live for the Lord or die for him.
That's right.
This,
Yeah.
verse-
After this, y'all get y'all.
It's
Go
verse
down.
6. It say, "And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that should live ungodly."
And you know how these moles and these alphabet people say they believe that the Lord is with them? Jesus loves me. You have moles that say that. Alphabet people that say that. People in those freaks in Sodom and Gomorrah, some of them probably thought that the Lord was with them. You know, like the Lord loves me. Because I hear a lot of queers and freaks think that the Lord is on their side.
God is good.
And he's going to destroy your ass, man.
Right.
So that probably was like that back then.
And the scriptures say, woe unto them that desire the
Desire the day of the Lord. To
'Cause
what
they
is
don't
it
know.
for you, right?
You know, they don't know that the Lord ain't for them.
It says they were condemned. Go ahead.
Yep. It say, "And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked."
He was pissed in the spirit. He just vexed. And that's how it is with us. Every day you check the news or however you get your news, and there's always something, there's always some filth. An 8-year-old could change their sex. You know? And if you say something about it, something wrong with you. You know?
It say, "For that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul."
He saw the wickedness and he heard about it. It vexed his spirit. Go ahead.
From day to day,
Daily.
with their unlawful deeds.
With their unlawful deeds. And when you read about Sodom and Gomorrah, there was a lot of freakism going on, wickedness, just like today. You watching the Super Bowl and it's a commercial with drag queens in it. You know? Or you cannot watch any type of good show, Netflix, Voodoo, anything. The first 5 episodes, you be like, I like this shit. 6th episode, it's some weird shit. Some weird shit going on. You know? And I just started watching The Wire. I didn't know that they had this shit. Omar!
Yeah, Omar! Yeah. And he was the gangster.
I didn't know that. I just started watching it. I'm
Yeah.
like, he's a gay stick-up kid.
Yeah.
That's how it is amongst Jake.
Yeah.
You know?
It say,
I said, damn, I can't escape it. This shit came out in 2000. Go ahead.
It say, "The Lord knows how to deliver the ungodly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished." And that lets you know right there that being wicked ain't gonna lead to nowhere but death.
Right.
And the only way to get delivered is to try to be righteous.
And that's sin. That's how Esau, that's how this society flourishes off sin. You know, breaking the law, statutes and commandments of the Most High. Everywhere you go is sin is promoted. You know.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully.
Read it from the top.
Con. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 1,
No.
chapter 9,
Yeah, whatever you had.
verse 1. Slakia. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
Abuse the Lord, and that's common among our people, abusing His ways. Those are the law, statutes, and commandments. Which ultimately, the reason why the Lord said that the law, statutes, and commandments are going to be written in our inward parts in Hebrews the 8th chapter is because that's life. His ways lead to life. But our people abuse them. Go ahead.
And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
You had one of the followers of Vocab Malone that said the Hebrew Israelites, they don't follow the laws of Christ, they follow the laws of God. What type of stupid ass statement is that?
Right.
What laws did Yahweh Shai follow? The laws that his father gave him.
That's right.
So that shows you how dumb Christians are. You don't
sounds-
follow Christ's laws, you follow God's laws.
Yeah, that's retarded.
What the fuck? Come on, man. That's why we can't get with you Christians, man.
What?
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 10. For such
And
as...
it was a nigga, a Judite woman. Just dumb and goofy. Face all on the screen. Go ahead.
Verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loved my laws, while they had yet liberty.
And now is the time where repentance, you can still repent. See, the Lord still has his men on the streets teaching this great message.
Hey, you still have the liberty.
You still got the liberty. You still can walk past, if you, like this dude right here, you walk past the camp. But, you know, you got to inquire. You know, you got to see what's going on, because then you can, life can be fed into you. You know? Hey, a closed mouth don't get fed, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. And they that have loved my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them.
Now, all right, even to this day, May 2nd, 2021, you still can repent.
It's a time of grace.
Yep. Go ahead.
Understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
After death by pain. The Lord is going to bring up the pain. All right, we just the messengers. What's that old saying? Don't shoot the messenger. Right. We just the messengers of the Most High, man. When he actually starts putting more hell in the earth, because that's how the Lord is going to shake shit up. He going to put hell in the earth. He going to take the food from your mouth. He going to cause people that's close to you to get put to death.
Distress. You know.
Distress. The water. He says, I shall bring stress upon men that they shall walk like blind men. Because what? They have sinned against the Lord. Now, technically, we all sin, right? But the difference is between the men of the Lord and the average Jake is that we're giving an effort. All right, so we repent daily, man.
That's our ability.
All right, but a 2/3, all right, a so-called 2/3, he's just gonna be a nigga.
Willingly ignorant.
Willingly ignorant. Yep. You got more?
Yeah. Verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
Yeah, because that's our mindset. The Lord said that we should go bring forth fruit, and that our fruit should remain. You know, but we still get on the the ungodly vexes us, so we make edification out of it. Go ahead.
Whose the world is, and for whom the world is created.
Con, that was it on that. Con, you got something?
Yeah, this book Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 10, going into when you were saying these words is life. It say, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, to keep his commandments and statutes, which are written in this book of the law,
Hebrews 8.
and if thou turn unto Yahweh thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, for this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven, that thou shalt sayest, who shall go up for us to heaven, and to bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it, because it's right here.
Yep.
It's right here, and we bringed it out.
And I was gonna say the law, statutes, and commandments are not grievous. A lot of jakes make it seem like it's grievous, like, oh, well, I can't do this. No, it's not beneficial for you.
Focus on what you can do.
Would you eat a cigarette that's lit up? Like, what the fuck? Would you know what I'm saying? Like, when you say, why can't I do this, is because the Lord has it. It's not beneficial. It's not gonna lead to anything good. So you not being able to have your goddamn crawfish or your shrimp with your cocktail sauce, that's beneficial for you.
Because the law, statutes, and commandments, it say that they prolong your life.
Right,
They
you
prolong
not
the days of your life.
you know, you gazing at another man's wife, and now you got it in your mind to where you want to pop her. That's gonna lead to death. It's not beneficial. But what do our people do? They brag about it. They put it in their raps.
Yeah, they boast.
boast
That's
about it.
iniquity.
You know, so the things that the Lord has set up,
Bearing your sins, man.
right? The thing, and that's just, you know, two things, which one of them is heavy, adultery, but that's just a couple things that, you know, that's just an example. You know, especially what you put in your body. That's why you hear us bring out the dietary laws frequently, because you can control that. You know?
Hey, eating pork was an abomination. That you would die for that.
Yep.
And hey, I mean, everything you put in your body affects your body. You know, just like the saying goes, you are what you eat. When you eat pork, your blood stays toxic for many hours after you digest it.
Didn't they say like shrimp got like iodine in it or something like that?
And now that I think about it, man, I can't believe I used to eat that shit, man.
Iodine's good for
It's
you,
all
but-
chewy and shit. It's rubbery.
Iodine's good for you.
You see that little vein in it?
Yeah.
Oh. But we was
Shrimp
fucking,
eat
we was
shit.
eating that
Their main
shit.
Their main diet is shit.
Yeah. They they eat the shit from the fish, right?
Yeah, they follow around hundreds of fish and
Floating around
eat
the ocean
shit
eating
that's
shit.
coming out, man.
And then you gonna put it in some cocktail sauce and think you ballin'. Go ahead.
Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldst sayest, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us that we may hear and do it. But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy mind, that thou mayest do it. See, I have set before thee this day life and death, death and evil, in that I command thee this day to love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and statutes and judgments, that thou mayest live.
And just think, man, think how we always bring up slavery, and we'll bring it up again. Think about how terrible of a time that was. They say that was the darkest time in human history. Why was we in slavery? Because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So that was a nationwide punishment. I'm talking about, like, you can watch movies on it, but to actually be there and experience that shit, our people was terrified of this devil, man. The shit they was doing. And that was all because we didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You know? Now, like we say, ultimately, we know we're not going to be saved off keeping the laws, because none of us make it. You know, we got faith in. That's why we have faith, and that's why we need Yahushua. But at the same time, you have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, because that brings forth life, man. A good lifestyle for yourself.
Yep, and during the times of these devils, they will burn us and hang us at the same time.
Yep.
And it's a scientific fact after you die, your brain still has activity. There's still activity going on in your brain after you die. So shit, and you probably still be feeling.
Those were grievous deaths, man.
Yeah.
Esau will find different ways to you know, fuck with you.
When you read the Maccabees, when he killed the 7 brothers, he threw one of them in a pot full of boiling water.
Was it water or oil?
Water, probably. But it could have been either way. That shit
Bro,
hurt both ways.
sometimes you get in the shower and the shit too hot, you jump out like, let me change this, and that's not even really boiling water.
He's cutting
You know?
their tongues out and shit before he killed them.
the eyes out.
Yeah, man. So
Hey, man, there's all kinds of different crazy torture tactics, man.
Yep.
Esau used to take people that were considered, you know, coming against the Catholic Church, and he used to tie their hands and legs together and put them in a pot full of milk and honey and bathe them in it until the flies went and ate them alive, man.
Wow.
They'd sit there for fucking days until the flies ate them, man.
Wow.
All kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, and you can look them up.
It takes a real-
Waterboarding is a torture tactic.
It takes a real devil to really sit there and think about how to do something like that.
Hey, that's why ultimately he's gonna go into captivity. Slavery is his destination.
Hey, the scriptures
That's
say,
his next stop.
The scriptures say, as they have done, so it shall be done unto them. But you know, obviously it's going to be in righteousness. But you know, they got some punishment to pay, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna buck break you,
Right.
because that's disgusting. Yeah, Esau, we gonna buck break. Nah, we ain't gonna be doing that shit, man. You know, that's against the law, statutes, and commandments. But we gonna have spiritual power, so it's gonna be more fun. Lord willing, we're of that number. It's gonna, you know, we gonna be like, I can't even say what we gonna be doing, but we gonna have spiritual power, so it's gonna be a lot of ways to fuck up this devil, man. You know, it's gonna
Like
be
busting your kids' heads against the stone.
happy shall he. Hey, get that. Happy shall he be that taketh thy little ones and dash them against the stones. That sounds so cruel, but it's in the Bible. You know? Hey, you had your gator bait, right? You had your gator bait. You had your auction blocks, right, with our children on them. You know? You did all types of wickedness. Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 5. It says, if I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let not my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee, that thou hast served us. Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones.
Happy shall he be that taketh thy little ones and dash them against the stones. All right? So like Apostle Tahar likes to say, payback is a bitch. All right?
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Obadiah, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off.
Start up a verse.
Obadiah verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Yeah, every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter, and that's the spirit.
That's
all right?
the spirit.
Every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Now there's a reason for that. Go ahead.
Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob,
For the violence against thy brother Jacob, against the apple of his eye. Yeah, it was all prophecy. See, the Lord can do what he wants. He can make a bad guy, all right? He can make a good guy like he did Jacob. He can make a bad guy like he did Esau. He loves Jacob. He don't like this nigga, right? He lets this one get up on the other, and now he like, I'm gonna kill this one. And then I'm gonna go back and get my righteous seed. You know?
Yep.
Because Esau, after all these years, Esau thinks, well, God must be with me. I'm conquering this people. I can make this kind of technology. I can do this. I can do that. I'm conquering nations. We must have God with us. No, man, he's against you.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead.
Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Yep.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
And thou shalt be cut off forever, man. Forever. And you got a lot of Christians or apologists that like to say Esau was already done away with, but they can't prove it. All right, there's no proof on that. This is a future prophecy. The Edomites are still very well in the earth and they're in power.
Yep.
All right, the Rothschilds, the Red Child. All right.
Hey, when you go into the Apocrypha, you know it mentions Alexander the Greek, which he's an Edomite.
Yep.
You know, so they got to be here today. That's celestial history.
Really, you can can go to because that's 14. I mean that's you can go to the Apocrypha in Second Entrance where it tell you Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world. Yep.
That's a better example.
That's actually the perfect precept to prove that these devils are still in power.
That's right.
Because everybody's speaking about the so-called end of the world. Well, that means Esau has to be alive and present.
Yeah.
Shit. How's Esau? He's very well.
Yeah.
He's live and healthy.
Right.
You know? How Esau? He damn good.
Living his best life.
Yeah, he living his best life. He don't see what's coming, but he good. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the stranger carried away captivity.
That's going into the Babylonians right there. Go ahead.
His forces and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them.
Yeah, he's always been in the spirit of killing Jake or being against Jake. And it all goes back to the birthright. You know, it all goes back to the birthright because he gave it away. He basically said, what profit shall this birthright do for me? Because he said, I'm ready to die. I'm hungry. You know? Go ahead. He said that. He said, I'm at the point to die. He really said that.
Man, he was given the torch and he said,
Yeah.
Denied it.
Verse 12. But thou shouldest not have looked upon the day of thy brother in the day of that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
Yeah, so he didn't help us as a brother, as a so-called brother, but he's against us. He's supposed to be, but when we was in the womb, what? We were fighting. Jacob and Esau were not meant to be together. That's why you got a lot of these Israelites, well, I'm tired of, we just want to be equal with you. You know? We just want to sit at your table, master. You know, he's not going to give you a position of power in his rulership, man. This is his rulership.
They were fighting in the womb.
Exactly. But niggas just want to be accepted. You want to fucking beg the devil all the time. Instead of recognizing who he is and saying, fuck this nigga. You know? I'm an Israelite. Our time is coming.
Which is way better.
Which is way better. You know, because Esau is known for, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Turn your ass around and fucking stab you in the back, man. As soon as he don't need you no more. That's what he be doing with these entertainers.
Yep.
He'll use you and use you and use you. He making all types of money off of you. A lot of movie stars. Then as soon as he don't need you, you a drug addict. Oh, he used to be the hottest, you know, this and that. Now you a nobody. Yeah. Why? Because Esau, he don't got no more use for you, man.
And they show you that shit, like so many examples, like Dave Chappelle before his latest comeback. It was like he was the hottest shit.
Yep. Had the #1 show.
Yeah.
If you ain't like the Chappelle show, I'm sorry, you was whack, bro. You ain't had no flavor if you ain't like that.
Funny as hell. Then they offered him the $50 million. He ain't take it.
Said no.
Then they said the nigga was a crackhead.
Yep.
And blackballed him off the TV. You couldn't find him nowhere.
Yep.
He went to Africa to smoke crack.
Yep.
He said, I could have just smoked crack right in D.C. or
But
Chicago.
nobody was hearing what he said
Yeah.
because they could take that away from you. They could take your voice away from you. Just like Deshaun Watson.
Cat Williams, too.
Yep.
Now you're raping Cat Williams.
Cat Williams, yep. And they said with the Deshaun Watson shit, they said that all those women that have the allegations against them, they all got the same lawyer. And they said the lawyer lives in the same neighborhood as the Texans organization people. So how fishy is that? Like, it's crazy, man. You know? But Esau likes to, you know, his way of showing, he likes to show you who's boss, so to speak.
Yeah. So that could be one of them situations where they just show him, just like Kobe. They said Kobe raped some fucking ugly ass white bitch.
Yep.
Well, look what happened with they turned the tables too. Remember Ben Roethlisberger, that kite?
Yep. Ain't nothing happened to that nigga.
No.
He just kept playing football, you know? Deshaun Watson can't get that treatment, you know, because he a Jake.
Yeah,
you know?
but you look at Cuomo. Cuomo going through at the same time it was going on. Cuomo still got his job, still got his power.
Yep.
So, I'm not
He
standing
legalized weed for you niggas. Now y'all happy. Y'all happy now. We can smoke. Cuomo, he the truth. You know?
Speaking of that weed, I was just reading this morning. some children got hospitalized because they ate cannabis gummies, and they was vomiting and was losing consciousness.
Yeah, stay away from those fucking edibles, man. Stay away from all that shit.
Got
Don't
the
do,
you know,
that's witchcraft,
yeah.
man.
And it looked like candy, so you know the kids like shit. They bodying it, not even knowing they eating straight dope.
Hey man, sip something and chill, man. Do some yayan, some yak. You know, stay away from those edibles and shit, man. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate.
Go to verse 2. Or start at 1.
This is Obadiah, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom.
Yeah, concerning Edom. So the Lord through Obadiah made a very direct statement concerning Edom. Go ahead.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Yeah, Edom plays a big role in the latter times. He's gonna play a big. Well, World War III is what? Edom versus Edom. Technically, you got Russia and you got the U.S. The two prominent nations, man. And then you have nations that fall under them, like Iran and Israel, China. But you know, the two. How can Esau be done away with? Then there will be no World War III, really.
Yeah, because when you go into the book of Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, it says that when the end comes, after the end, that there's not going to be no more war, basically. You know.
Well, hey,
and there's so many wars happening right now.
Yep.
So that proves that the Lord hasn't came back yet.
There should be wars and rumors of war.
Getting on World War III, right? You got Edomites fucking killing each other and shit, planning on killing each other. Japhetic wasn't a violent man like that.
Yeah,
if Esau was Japhetic, why would Japhetic people be all about violence and taking people's resources like that?
Right.
Japhites they chilling.
Yeah.
Esau was
They
a
not
violent.
doing nothing.
Esau was a violent man, neither keepeth at home, and he's never satisfied.
Yep. And even going back to his past life when he was Cain. What does that mean? A weapon? I think it's weapon-like instrument or something like that. So that spirit of Cain came back in the spirit of Esau.
Spear.
Like a dagger type, you know, and because that's spiritual, because his blessing is what? The sword.
Well,
See,
hey,
you gotta be spiritual to understand this, man.
The Greeks, their main weapon was the long spear.
Yeah.
With the phalanx spear with the Spartans were pretty much our people, but they still took after Greek customs.
They was using their weapons.
Yeah. And this time, see Esau. That's why the Lord said that I've created smith that blow up the coals in the fire, and the Lord put the spirit on those different type of German scientists to create that type of missile or whatever, or warhead, so to speak. Because matter of fact, go to Isaiah. I think I don't know where it's at. It says, "This war shall be fought with."
His noise.
Yeah, get that.
It's 9 and 6.
Yeah, get that. I thought it was 9. I wanted to say 9. Because now, this war right here is not going to be fought like an ancient war. It's not going to be king. You know? It's going to be button.
Rockets and missiles.
Yeah.
Hey, and to prove that, what's his scientist's name? Popular scientist. Einstein. Albert Einstein said, it's a famous quote. He said,
Oh, yeah. I don't know it, but you can say it. I don't know off the top of my
After
head.
World War III, he fought with sticks and stones.
yeah, he said, I know not what World War III is going to be fought with, but I know what World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and stones.
Well, there ain't gonna be no World War IV.
Right, yeah,
Right,
that was the point. Yeah.
exactly. But what he was saying was, that was basically him saying that the World War III is going to wipe out everything.
Yep.
And how is it going to happen? Through these ICBM,
Hypersonic missiles.
Those warheads, destroying different parts of the earth.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah, this one shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Because go ahead.
Now, I was actually listening to a video, and it said China actually has 200 million nuclear warheads. China alone has those nuclear warheads. So imagine Russia got the largest stockpile of nuclear artillery on the planet. Russia has the most missiles right now.
Yes, and so the Lord is going to allow these other nations to completely. Hey, when the Lord said this land is going to be desolate, that's exactly what He meant. Desolate.
That's right.
Nothing left, man. Nothing left. All right, not a piece of a building. Nothing. Everything's going to be utterly destroyed. And the smoke of this place is going to go up from generation to generation, man. And Babylon is going to be a memorial. You know, hey, that was America, Babylon the Great right there. You know, you might be in the kingdom with your son flying around. And over there, that's the forbidden zone. That was America, Babylon the Great right there. You know?
Full of wickedness.
Full of wickedness. You know, and abominations. But we'll get a couple more and we'll close up. Matter of fact, go to Revelation 17 real quick. Snow? No, it's God. I was about to say what? No.
Somebody else got to get it. Mine's kind of tore up.
Somebody get Revelation 17, then we can get out of here.
I got it. If you can't find it, you try it. They also say the same thing in the second chapter.
We got it right here. Yeah, you got it. Go to now go to this book right here. Start at 5.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 5. It say, and upon her
five.
And upon her forehead was written the name, mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth.
The mother of harlots and the abomination of the earth, man. And this place is in fact an abomination of the whole entire earth. This place has the most unrighteous decrees. It has the most freaks. It's got the most wicked ass laws.
Women.
You know, by far the most wicked women are here in Babylon the Great.
These women is twisted.
And the men are feminized, man.
The most effeminate men.
Men are people around the world say that the worst woman on the planet is the American woman.
And that's probably a 110% fact. Go ahead.
And I saw the women drunken with the blood of the saints.
And that's talking about you, Jakes. Go ahead.
And with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua.
Well, when all these police shootings and shit happen and you crying for justice, that's the woman being drunken with the blood of the saints. Your blood is, that's a form of it. Your blood is constantly being shed on these streets. You know, she loves to suck your blood and destroy you, man. It's designed that way. Going all the way back to when the first nigga hopped off the ship. You was here to what? Serve a punishment. Go ahead.
And with the blood of
Salakia. But you've been conditioned to believe that this place loves you. It don't love you, man. But that's that conditioning that generation after generation after generation, and you just ultimately become a fucking Stockholm zombie.
Yeah, man, we don't fuck with this world.
Come on. Go ahead.
You say, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua, and when I saw her,
Believers, go ahead.
I wondered with great admiration.
Yeah, so John was seeing this in a vision, right? Go ahead. So it basically, he was intrigued.
Well, hey, man, you know, getting back into what this brother said about us not loving this world, we weren't going out to the fucking bar and club all the damn time. You know, we weren't going to fucking football games and all kinds of shit and concerts and shit. You know, so when this shutdown happened, it was like,
Whatever.
all right, just focus on making enough money to live.
We was
Do the
home.
work.
We was homebodies anyway.
Right.
Yeah, do the work. Go ahead.
And the angel said unto me, wherefore did thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carries her, which have the 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yeah, so that's basically, that right there, that's the Edomite infrastructure. That's the Edomite powerhouse. All right, the 7 heads, the 10 horns, which I believe is more than than 10 horns.
No, it is.
But that whole infrastructure, that's Esau. He's at the top of that. You know, that's another thing that proves that Esau can't be done away with. Because he's got these different governments that he sets up, different laws that he pushes into the earth. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So if the Edomites were done away with, would there really be a 7 heads and a 10 horns? You know? Go ahead.
We're still under the beast system.
Still under the beast system, man. And he about to implement his mark.
And the beast that you saw was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition.
Hey, is not he known as the son of perdition? Go ahead.
And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is.
Now, like I said earlier, what are we fighting for? We're fighting to be written in the book of life, man. All right? And ultimately, what are we doing out here? Tearing down strongholds. So through the spirit, we're tearing down this beast system, man.
Right.
All right? No matter how powerful it is, we're the Lord's mouthpiece. We're condemning it. It's spiritually being thrown down right now. Soon to be what? Physically thrown down. And that's why the scriptures say they hate him that rebuketh in the gates. They're pretty soon their job is going to be to completely demonize us. So that's something we got to be prepared for. Because they really going to fucking try to shut this thing down. But when they do, you know, it is what it is.
And hey, if Esau
Wait, hold on. Ultimately, it's not them doing it, it's the Most High. So who are we really to fear?
Right.
Go ahead.
And if Esau done away with, who's that devil that's going to come down with great wrath? Spoken of in Revelations.
Yep. Like we said, he's here.
Because he knows he has a short time.
Yep.
Wait,
Yep.
brother, a big orange dragon's gonna come out of the sky.
And fucking eat everybody, and whoever follow it is going to
Remember that guy?
Whoever don't.
And here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains which the woman sits on.
Yeah, and that's talking about governments. All right? It's talking about governments, mountains. In the scriptures, you know, when you read about mountains and hills, you got bigger governments and you got smaller ones, man. Go ahead.
And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and
that-
1 is.
That shows you that it's a government type. It's not an actual beast. All right, it's not an actual, like the brother said, an orange dragon.
With 10 heads.
Yeah, it's because when you look up images, it'll show that shit. A 7-headed dragon. You know? Go ahead.
And it also show you a white woman on top of it.
Right.
It said, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he comes, he must continue a short space.
No, not really. I kept checking.
It say,
It's one.
and the beast was and is not, even he is the 8th.
Don't go up and no. Go up and. Oh, so like I thought I was gonna say something else. You can speak on that if you want.
And is of the 7 which goeth into perdition. It say, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings.
Right.
With
The original EU economic community, right? And now how it was originally formed, right? Now obviously more nations are part of that EU, but they all pretty much branch off them 10 horns.
Right. Yeah.
which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
Right, who runs the world right now? Who's the controlling forces? The EU, right? And America, and they formed NATO together.
Yep.
You know?
North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
And who are the 2 main nations that are fighting against that? Russia, which represents what, the bear, and China.
Hey, and if I'm not mistaken, just recently in the news, Russia sent out the warning to NATO and America. You know,
Yeah, the Lord said He gonna draw hooks. He gonna put that old spirit into these the Russians, man.
Ezekiel 38.
It say, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Right, because when you look at as far as policy is concerned, which the word policy means to control people. Okay, America and the EU are pretty much on the same page. You know, they both support the alphabet peoples. They're both pushing hard for this digital society. The chips and all that, microchip and all that, man. You know, America and the EU are pretty much the same thing, just with slight differences.
It say, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
Yeah, they all gonna fight against Yahushua and his army, which are the angels, led by who? Michael. All right, the head archangel. They all gonna try to fight against, but the scriptures say that they prevailed not. So they're not gonna have a chance. And a lot of these little devils that's in the military, these little Edomites that go to the military, they're gonna be scared as hell, man, when they see Yahushua and his army, man. Cause it's gonna be something like some of them gonna have heart attacks right in their little jets.
You know, and these
It's
people,
gonna drop dead right there.
Heart failing them.
and these people that these men that are joining the military nowadays are soft as hell, man. They're not allowed to get cussed at no more. They're all overweight and just effeminate.
And it's probably more women in the military than ever.
Oh, I was just about to say, I was told it's a lot of homosexuals in the military, and they giving women higher ranking positions, commanders, sergeants, lieutenants.
Yeah.
So
Women don't belong in leadership like that, especially in a fucking war
Well,
field.
not in the military. Period.
Yeah, period.
When you watch movies like 300, you didn't see what they do. They left their wives and their children at home, and they went off to fight in war. But America, the most feminine nation on the planet, no, you can join. Oh yeah, you part of the alphabet people, you can join. Here's an executive order for you, buddy.
I wouldn't even want to fight in a war next to motherfuckers like that. What the hell I want to fight in a war next to a woman and a homosexual?
And then they complain. A lot of those women, they were getting raped in the military, man.
Yeah.
And it's a whole bunch of incidents where a lot of women went missing.
Yeah.
Why? Because they can't really defend themselves against the men in there.
You're supposed to be at home, man.
Especially on that base in Texas. That base in Texas has a lot going on there with sexual assaults on the military women and violence amongst each other in the military.
If a woman gets caught in the jungle, right, or in a place where there's a lot of wildlife, because you know, Vietnam War and that, they fought in the jungles. And if they go and fight in Korea, they're going to be fighting in the jungle. But pretty much, man, if a woman gets caught out there in the wild and she's on her monthly, them animals will smell that shit out and eat them, man. You know, not to mention what the men will do to them women if they get caught as POWs.
Yeah, so in a righteous society, you know, we all know the woman's supposed to be at home.
That's right.
You know, and we'll close it up there, you know. With that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the elect out there. Shalom.
Shalom.